We all know that Rec Room takes place in a massive campus where all of the Rec Room originals take place, and I think everyone knows that all of the quests in the game are more handmade and aren't necessarily a real thing made by the theatre department. However, if I was the theatre department head, I would want to connect all of the quests, and as such, I made this board, the QCU. I'm going to try and explain my weird theories to BoBo. Say hello, BoBo.
Hello.
And then after that, I know he'll just decide whether it goes on the board or not. So let's go. Oh yeah, and also by the way, I used all the pictures from the quests behind me because I'm lazy and I don't want to go into each and every quest to take pictures of the signs. Although I still went into every single quest to take a picture of all of the Easter eggs. The first one that I think we can all assume is that Golden Trophy and Crimson Cauldron are connected, as they are sequels to each other. That means that they are set in the same universe as each other. We are assuming that right now, at least, Golden Trophy is the beginning, as obviously as far as we're concerned. So the first piece of evidence that I have that Rec Room's Golden Trophy and other quests are connected is of one singular character who I like to call Kevin. Kevin the Goblin. We have about 3 Easter eggs that we could choose from. So, first of all, I think we need to start with the obvious one, which everyone kind of knows if they've played Crescendo. This guy. This is the captured goblin in the secret room in Crescendo. And a lot of people know this Easter egg as the trapped goblin. Now, do you think that this proves that at least Crescendo and Golden Trophy or Crimson Cauldron are connected?
Yeah.
Fine. Another thing that we also have to put in mind, and I don't know how you're going to feel about this one, because a lot of people think that this is not Kevin. Also in Crescendo, which Crescendo has a lot of Easter eggs, we have this portrait, and it says Kevin Goblin. However, the only thing to this one is he looks nothing like the goblin captured. Now, my reasoning as to why I believe this is Kevin the Goblin. First of all, if you've ever heard about like tutors and all of that, they used to like beautify themselves, so that's what Kevin did. Or they made him look ugly, or this is him on just a non-evil trying to kill everyone day. Does this count as a connection to Crescendo, to Kevin, to everyone?
Like, there's a lot of pictures in Crescendo of just...
Yes.
like, coaches, they're like Rec Room celebrities.
Yes.
So,
however, there are
you can
some
count
made
Kevin
up ones.
as that.
There are some made up
Yeah.
ones. Such as the Baron and the Baroness. They are completely made up. They wear Golden Trophy stuff. However, I did not think that was worthy enough of having its own Easter egg. So, do you think that he is worthy of a place on the board?
I think it's more of an Easter egg than just like actual lore.
You heard it here first, folks. That guy is not Kevin. And now we have probably the final piece of evidence that I have towards Kevin the Goblin, which took us both so long to do. And that is Jumbotron Kevin. Everyone knows this Easter egg. There's a pot. If you break it or you go near the pot, goblin spawns. Now, I'm going to say that this is like my headcanon. After the defeat of the Crimson Witch, he got captured by Dracula. After Dracula was defeated, he went and lived a normal life until he was taken by Jumbotron, and then lived on the spaceship until the players finally come and kill him. Now, he looks exactly the same, except he has a sword and not a cannon. Do you think that this is Kevin the Goblin?
Yeah.
So, right now, this proves that both Golden Trophy Jumbotron, Crimson Cauldron, and Crescendo are all connected. However, I have one more piece to connect Isle of Lost Skulls, because I think that right now, that's kind of on its own. This boat is a picture on the board multiple times. And if you look carefully, this is the exact same board. Oh, wait, no. Exact same ship as the one that we fight on multiple times in Isle of Lost Skulls. And I think that this means that this somehow connects these two together.
Yeah.
You think that's worthy? Ooh, wow. You're being very generous to me today. So right now, I've connected a few of them right now, haven't I? Quite a few now.
Yeah.
Practically, this is... I've already connected them all, right? We practically have solved the mystery that they are all connected. Right now, I've given my evidence. However, if I said that actually I have more evidence, would you be surprised? Another piece of evidence that Crescendo and Isle of Lost Skulls are connected. This picture. This is a picture of a character called Captain Beard, who is above the fireplace in the library, second part of the library in Crescendo. And if everyone knows that the final boss is Captain Ghostbeard. He's wearing a pirate hat, and he looks exactly the same other than he is a human being. Does this count as an Easter egg, or does this count as he is in the same universe as Crescendo?
I think it counts like as lore, because now he's human and then he died and become Ghostbeard.
Cool.
Like, so...
He counts. The enemies in Crescendo and the enemies in Isle of Lost Skulls are exactly the same. They are both skeletons. And although I took a picture of a pumpkin spicer, we know that there is skeleton underneath this pumpkin, because almost every single other enemy is a skeleton of some sort.
But I think it's like more, because it's a Halloween themed quest that it's like skeletons and
it's the same
pumpkins and...
It is the same as Isle.
I don't know.
Okay, so no?
No.
Dang! Oh, I had one there. Right, another one, which I think has to be a Easter egg, is the jug from Crescendo and Isle of Lost Skulls. The green jug that explodes is in both of those quests, and down to the detail of there being the pirate hat thing, the pirate logo on the green bottle in Crescendo, which for me states as an easy this is connected.
Yeah, it's just for the mark.
It's the mark that
pirate
makes it
mark.
for me. If it was without the mark,
Yeah.
then I'd say no. But with the mark,
Yeah.
it means that they are both connected in some way. Jesus, we're going to run out of space. These two guys. These guys are found in the cellar. And in my opinion, at least, these are two connected. Normally, well, first of all, they're skeletons. Second of all, they're wearing the deck chairs. Third of all, and here's the real kicker in my opinion, one of them is holding the jug, and the other one is holding the bottle from Isle of Lost Skulls. This is the only time that we see the bottle in the whole quest.
Yeah.
How am I going to connect this, actually? The final piece that we have is the blunderbuss in Isle. Right? To me, at least, this is basically that they are connected. However, the one thing that we have to remember is that the blunderbuss was added in after Crescendo came out. And that's an important factor that we have to put into play. Whether that's it's definitely a connection, or it's not a connection at all, it's just a cute Easter egg, is up to you. But it wasn't there originally, and now it is.
I like more think it's an Easter egg than like actual lore.
Okay, so you don't think that the blunderbuss is okay? Right. The first one is the bog monster. it is on the side of the map, which means it lives there.
Yeah.
Which I think means that it's connected in some way.
Yeah, like if there, or there on the map, there's the swamp
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
in Crimson. Yeah,
Does that count?
yeah,
Sick. Crimson and Isle are both connected with this picture. With the portrait of
yeah.
the bog monster as a pirate. Now, I'm going to say that we should count this one, especially. Because
Yeah.
we've already done Captain Beard as a considered entity.
Yeah.
So I think that it's only right if we make him also a character in the QCU. I think that we have got to this point where I'm sort of scrambling, trying to connect this all up. So I'm going to give you a really good piece of evidence this time. Coach's Golden Trophy is in the library section of the mid-boss level of Crescendo. It is the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Does this count?
Yeah.
Sick. So now I'm going to connect a lot of Jumbotron references. So on the lines with Crescendo, Crescendo has so many Easter eggs. We have... What are you doing? Are you doing squats? I mean... You get that workout, you know. We have this. A trade terminal, or a terminal from Jumbotron. There is about, what? There's only one thing that would deflect this. First of all, although this is a trade terminal, this does not have the Jumbotron logo in it.
Yeah.
And not to mention that these trade terminals are normally found as money, like the pots. And if they were pots, he'd have the money symbol. But it is the exact same terminal, and it's got the exact same effect on the Rec Room logo. Connected? Connected. The mouse bots from Jumbotron in Isle of Lost Skulls. Again, completely up to you. This one, in my opinion, I think kind of counts. Because it has the Jumbotron logo thing, and it has a mouse bot.
Yeah.
Not to mention it on the treadmill thing. It has the logo for Jumbotron.
Yeah.
However, a way to deflect this argument is by saying that it is in the tiniest nook that you could possibly find.
I think it counts though.
Okay. Right, so here's my headcanon. Everything starts with Golden Trophy. This is like Iron Man 1. There is no references in Golden Trophy to suggest other things. Right? Crimson Cauldron is a bit like, I would say like Avengers, where it starts to bring in all of these things, such as Jumbotron and all that. And then Crescendo is like Infinity War and Endgame, where it's just like everyone's connected, everyone's fighting. And as we can easily tell, all of these are connected, and so my headcanon, in my opinion, of when these take place starts with Golden Trophy, and then after that, we have Crimson Cauldron. After we have Crimson Cauldron, we then have Isle of the Lost Skulls, then Crescendo, then Jumbotron. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and go, oh, this is the perfect thing. Obviously, people can make their own ideas. The only thing that really falls through is this Easter egg here, because why would there be things like 2 generations before? I mean, it could be an Easter egg as to what's to come, as the mouse bots are inactive. However, I don't think it strays away from the fact that I think I've got the rest pretty much on point. And if you think that there is anything that we should remove, then just tell me. You think that this is absolutely perfect. Really? I will take that.
In my opinion, yeah.
Cool. Okay. So guys, whenever you're walking around and you hear someone talk about the QCU in the future, just remember that I started the QCU and the QCU revolution, and that you helped me filter out all of the bad examples and kept to the really good ones, which structure my theory on that the Quest cinematic universe and that all of them are connected. Thank you for joining me, BoBo. Do you have anything else to say to the camera before we go?
No.
You have absolutely nothing to say. Well, now that we're thinking about it, do you want to go play like a game of Isle?
Sure.
Okay.